What a new year this is, honestly. Chelsea and Manchester United have almost lost their managers at the exact same time. On the 1st of January, Chelsea officially sacked Maresca, and just a couple of days later, United announced Amorim's departure. Two teams sitting close to each other in the table, and suddenly they're both left without a boss. Today we're breaking down why they got sacked and who's replacing them. Let's get into it. Let's start with Chelsea. Maresca spent a year and a half at the club, and importantly, he won 2 trophies. The Conference League, yeah, people call it a tin pot trophy, but for Chelsea after the last few years, it's still a step forward. And the big one, the Club World Cup. You can rate that tournament however you want, but facts are facts. Chelsea beat PSG convincingly in the final, and PSG were absolutely flying. They'd had a ridiculous season, Champions League winners, a treble, and at that same Club World Cup they'd beaten Real Madrid and a top Bayern side. And watching that final, you could tell it wasn't just Palmer carried them. It was a proper manager's win. Structure, a clear plan, discipline. But then the problems started. Recent games, slip-ups, a draw, a loss, then another draw. And in the Premier League, they've taken just 7 points from their last 7 matches. So the consistency has disappeared again. And here's the key moment. On the 14th of December, after a win, Maresca suddenly came out with a really strange press conference. The last 48 hours have been the worst since I've been at the club. Lots of people aren't supporting me or the team. At the time, everyone thought, right, something's going on behind the scenes. And later, the main reason came out. A serious conflict with the medical staff. Basically, Maresca was ignoring the doctors and their recommendations, players weren't fully recovering, the team's form dipped, and it turned into a proper internal war. So the board decided, better to sack him now than wait until the end of the season. And look, Maresca wasn't perfect, but there was progress, there were results, and the football was lively and entertaining. The biggest issue was the defense, and they never properly sorted it. It's hard to chase top targets when your back line is basically an always injured Fofana and Chalobah, who wasn't even seen as a real option a year ago. So who replaces him? Chelsea have already announced it. Liam Rosenoir, Strasbourg's manager. And honestly, it feels like a stopgap in another experiment. Managing a club like Chelsea is a totally different level, so we'll see. But the owners are once again going with the maybe he'll surprise everyone gamble. Now, United is the opposite story. No results, no progress. Statistically, Amorim had one of the worst win percentages of any post-Fergie manager, around 32%. And on top of that, he was constantly stirring things up with what he was saying in interviews and post-match press conferences. And the final straw was his statement, basically saying, "I didn't come here to be just a coach, I came to be the club's manager, and it'll be that way for 18 months, or until the board decide otherwise." To the board, that sounded like an ultimatum, and within hours it was done. Amorim was sacked. This season, United have 8 wins, 7 draws, and 5 defeats. And that's after spending €250 million in the summer. The team still looks bang average, the defense is a mess, and the results don't inspire any confidence. You could even argue 6th is already not bad, and that's the scary part. And the sack might look emotional, but here's the reality. The gap between 6th and 13th is only 3 points. So with this level of football, United can drop right into trouble in one bad weekend. But the bigger point is this. Over the last 13 years, United have shown us the main problem isn't just the manager. It's the ownership, the structure, the whole system. The stadium's falling apart, the training ground is outdated, and the club keeps laying off more staff every month. Will a new manager fix it all? Honestly, we doubt it. But we still want to believe. And Fabrizio Romano has apparently confirmed that until the end of the season, United will be led by the one post-Fergie manager people don't feel embarrassed about, Ole Gunnar Solskjær. Is it a good decision? It might be the best option on the market right now. Last time he came in, United went on a proper winning run and even beat PSG in the Champions League. What happens this season? No one knows, but you'd hope it can't get much worse. So yeah, that's the chaos. Chelsea sacking a manager who won trophies but fell out with the club internally, and United binning a manager because the football and the vibes were just dead. What do you make of these sackings? Fair or pure panic from the boards? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.